New MTMJ Podcast.
Black and poor, because it's just like the white people are moving into all these said hoods that are supposed to be for the black and poor. But I don't think because it's a said hood that defines your income. Maybe that's just your preference of where you want to live.
But don't they say that every area of the city must have a certain amount of occupancies for African American and low risk income housing, or what do they call it?
But the low rate income housing isn't all African American. Like, people don't realize these white people are getting vouchers too. It's not just black people. We don't get to have everything that they think we have. You have a lot of black people that's paying market rent in places. But I'm saying is not in just DC, just anywhere in general that is considered the hood, as people call it. Is it the hood because it's black and poor people living there? Like, could it not be a hood and have white people? I mean, I guess they got their trailer park, but why does it have to be considered the hood because black people live there?
That is true, because I guess white America is moving into black America, and black America is still in black America. So I don't know. I mean, I would say I believe that hoods have came a long way, if that makes sense. Some parts of the city that are deemed the hood will always be the hood. You'll never be able to take the hood out of it. But when you specifically talking about like mixed race neighborhoods,
just because they're doing gentrification, doesn't mean that because you're moving in the white people that things are going to get better.
I would always say,
just raising the rates to try to move out the black people.
Or you got bigger and better plans for said neighborhood because...
Do they really?
No, not really, but I think... That's a good topic to start the podcast off, because I think when I was growing up, we knew what neighborhoods probably to avoid, or where we shouldn't be at a certain time of night or whatnot. Or like when you're walking past a group of guys, you should avoid certain situations.
But I'm not saying like in DC. I'm saying this in general anywhere. The hood, I don't look at it as the hood is only because that's where black people live. No, I look at it as the hood is where the city, the state give the least funding.
Oh. Well, certain parts of Southeast is still going to be recognized as the hood to a degree.
Right, but they done gave money and funding to bring up where they done put all the white people. Like all the... Prime example, you have, in the new Southeast part, 3 dog grooming hotel.
Yeah.
Grooming, like, come on now. You had black people who had dogs who wanted to put their dogs in puppy hotels and stuff too.
Yeah.
So now that you done did stuff to try to bring in gentrification and I'm not just saying that when it comes to the gentrification that it's like a bad thing or whatever, because some of the stuff down in those areas are nice for everybody to go to, but it's not meant for us to go to, because if it was, it would have been done before then.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Is you had the minorities living there, the blacks, the Spanish. You had a couple of whites living there, but you wasn't thinking about making everything accessible. Like when you walk out your door, you have a bar, you have all these things to go to. It wasn't nobody's thought until more white people wanted to move into the cities.
That is true, because I remember for a long time we would go down 8th Street and there'd be tons of abandoned buildings. There was no specific spots for you to kind of just enjoy a meal and some nice music or have a good time.
Starbucks and stuff. Yeah. No, it was just a McDonald's, 7-Eleven. Then you have Whole Foods, Smoothie Kings, Turning Natural. You have all these things that could have been there, because at the end of the day, 8th Street is going to always be 8th Street. I don't care what you put.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. That's your favorite. Because I mean,
you can go 7 paws back. And it's like you put so much emphasis on it. Because at the end of the day.
Because if I don't say it like that, it just be like, yeah. But all those things that they put in place wasn't for us.
Yeah.
Like, you got rid of Murray's. Why? Why you do that?
To replace it with Giant.
But then you got Giant.
No.
Then you got Whole Foods.
They replaced Murray's with Whole Foods, right?
Murray's is
Or was it Giant?
Murray's is Giant. Whole Foods is a block up.
Murray's was the spot. It was affordable. You can go in there and get you 2 bags of honey and hot wings. And, oh.
Go ahead. Go down to memory lane.
I used to work at Murray's.
Memory lane.
I used to work at Murray's, so I know the benefits of Murray's and how affordable it was for a child.
Used to be off the
for a child.
Budding. It was the budding lunch meat, the pack that was like, what, 50 cents, something like that?
And that's not really poor eating, but, you know, it's affordable eating. And, you know, it wasn't all healthy. We understand that, but at the same token, it was affordable and it's something we could get and just pop in the microwave or the oven and we'd be good to go.
See, the stuff he grew up on and the stuff I grew up on, completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Now,
like, I didn't grow up on that stuff.
Now, every other week, they're doing a recall of food. And these are the foods that they deem to be healthy.
The strawberries and the organics and all that stuff.
Every other week, they're doing a recall of food. Every other week. But we didn't even get this podcast started, man. Welcome to episode 97 of the podcast with the wife.
97.
Thank you for vibing out with us, man. My wife has been on this podcast for like almost 30 episodes.
Oh.
And
dirty 30.
Yeah. And we've been just vibing, man. We appreciate you. But let's get this podcast started. It is a little warm, man.
No.
You not warm?
No.
I am. I don't care. I am warm. But back to our discussion, babe.
So when it comes to the things that he enjoyed and like growing up and things that I had and like growing up, completely different.
I remember when I found out Spam was pork.
Grandma used to tell me all the time how I used to make Spam sandwiches. Put it in the frying pan, let it fry up.
Oh my God.
And I'd be like,
throw that cheese on.
You did what? You ain't Spam? Man, you ain't eat Spam. I was like, no. And he was like, y'all ain't eat Spam. My grandparents did, but I didn't eat that. And he was like, man, you don't know nothing to see that Spam. And I said, babe, but you know Spam is pork. He was like,
oh God. I never could understand why I used to be in the bathroom after eating Spam.
What? My man was
pissed.
like, on Spam hard. That was the go-to for me. Like oodles and noodles is the go-to for her. Oh yeah, because you can turn oodles and noodles into a luxury.
Just like you could turn Spam into a luxury.
You would turn it into a luxury.
Or how about
just
this?
Making a sandwich.
Or how about this? The bologna.
Bologna.
You throw that bad boy in that skillet and watch it sizzle, and it's not ready until it forms a titty. It's not ready until it forms a titty. It got to pop up.
So you didn't score it Because my grandmother, she used to like it, and she would score it so it doesn't puff up like that, so that it can cook all the way.
I wanted to puff up because you really not too. You want to give it a light crisp in the middle, but you want the edges to be crispy.
Okay.
See.
Okay.
I used to eat that so much that I will not. But it ain't nothing like, my mother bringing a full pack of bologna, a whole entire loaf of bread, a whole entire loaf of cheese, a whole pack of cheese, and a whole container of mayonnaise to school for my lunch.
So y'all can have lunch together?
No, she didn't eat nothing. She brought that for me.
Oh, you was making lunch?
She thought I was about to make a couple sandwiches and eat them.
At the class? In the class?
At the class.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
go ahead.
Being black. Why are you tapping me? Oh. Did you see that? Oh, man. That tripped me. What's up with correctional officers having sex with their jail inmates?
I don't know, but I wasn't finished talking about what we was talking about, but dang. I don't
want to finish talking about it.
No, you done skipped over.
What poor habits do you miss? You ain't really had no poor habits. I had poor habits.
What poor habit? What's a poor habit?
My bologna sandwiches. I even call it poor. I won't even attempt to eat it.
That's not poor.
It was poor.
What's that?
All the things that I used to be pressed to eat back in the day, I don't even go near now. Like oodles and noodles. My grandmother used to mix oodles and noodles with everything.
Now, what she would do and what she would do and what I would do is completely different. Like, I would put boiled eggs. My mic not on?
Nope. You definitely will put boiled eggs and everything else with it.
Yeah. Damn, there we go. Yeah, I would put boiled eggs in mine, onions. If I wanted to spice it up, put some meat, like steak, chicken, sausage, stuff like that. You can turn oodles and noodles, and now what they call ramen.
That's why when I go to them, when we go to a restaurant, like a Chinese restaurant, and I notice that it looked like they just did what you just did, and then the price that's associated with it, I get mad instantly. I recently just said it. I get pissed.
I was watching Carl was showing me
I get pissed. Mm-hmm.
Where this guy made birria ramen, and he real life used the 39-cent pack of noodles, crushed it up into a bowl, pulled the broth from the birria into the noodles to basically steam them and start them cooking, and added the meat. And they charged $21.
You got me bent.
For
they not getting that
the curry out cup that we would get a half and half in. Back in the day, they used to give us, or that they put the wonton soup in, one of those clear.
That's disrespectful.
But I said, he had the nerve to show the pack of noodles, like, boom, this is what you did use. This. I said, but that's just like me and the kids did the this one go in your eye.
Yeah.
Me and the kids did the ice cream chicken. It was fun. But that thing looked like a chicken strip or steroids. But they're charging $100 for a bucket of like 6 or something in it. But me and the kids did it and literally
ice cream chicken? What does that taste like?
So, it's ice cream. But you're supposed to shape it to look like a chicken leg or whatever. But we literally spent $14 and like 24 cents on all the items.
Yeah.
Because we got the honey frosted flakes.
You spent what?
$14.20.
$14.20
Mm-hmm.
For all the materials to make ice cream chicken.
Yeah, and we bought the Twix. We bought the regular size Twix. We bought 4 packs of those because we had 8. Yep, we had 4 packs of that. We had a box of the honey Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
And we got the what's the ice cream? We got some the homemade Philly vanilla ice cream.
Yeah. And how did that taste?
It was it was okay. It's not my, me and sweets when it comes to stuff. It's not my thing, but the kids enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. It didn't look like a chicken leg. Like I said, it looked like a swollen chicken strip. But it was something fun. I enjoyed it. Carl even took a twist and took the caramel and drizzled it over it like you would do hot honey on a chicken. Man, extra. But they enjoyed it. But when it comes to my hood, poor, whatever you want to call it, meals, it was definitely noodles. That was always like my thing.
Hey, you know what? Another joint that was like bomb. Cause I think once upon a time I used to eat chips with like everything, and you can go in the store and get that little 99-cent bag of honey barbecue chips. That's now like $1.79 with all that egg in it.
Or what about the penny candy? Or the candy? What about when you can take $1 and go to the corner store and get 2 bags of chips, a big burst, and some candy?
You can't do none of that no more.
Those were the days. The candy lady, all types of stuff. I miss those days.
It's
Our
crazy,
kids can't
man.
experience those things.
They've ruined life. They force kids to be criminals.
That's same. But I said this about the places, the shops, and the foods, and what he liked versus the things he grew up on and I grew up on. Because when we started talking, and the first time I cooked for him, I was like, "What you want to eat?" And he was like, "Some chicken strips and fries." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So, what was your thought of what I was going to do?
I didn't know because I wasn't used to that.
No, what did you think when you said chicken strips and fries?
Oh, I thought she was getting ready to go in the deep freezer and pull out a bag of chicken strips and fries. That's why I gave her that shamalama ding dong that I gave her. She pulled out the raw chicken and made me some chicken strips. That's why I ain't never left. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, so y'all heard it first. The disrespect of why he hasn't left.
But no, seriously, that is not really why I left. But they say
it's because he don't have to have the poor people meals.
The way to a man's heart is through their belly. That's what they say. If you feed him right, he'll treat you well for the rest of your life. Ding dong.
So when I'm be treated well then? Okay, so these correctional officers doing what?
This nigga. This goddamn nigga. What's that name? Miss Jenkins, who has been employed by the Fulton County Detention Center since 2019, was busted for the crime after officials discovered contraband cell phone where explicit videos of Jenkins and an inmate was saved. Ooh.
Now she was recording it.
Authorities expressed outrage after viewing the lewd video clips and claimed that Jenkins had an ongoing long-term relationship with a prisoner. Jenkins reportedly even went as far as to give the unnamed man the contraband cell phone that had been used to record the illicit trizits. She's been charged with 2 counts of improper sexual contact by employee or agent, 5 counts of violation of oath by a public officer, 2 counts of reckless conduct, 2 counts of cruelty to an how is that cruelty to an inmate? I don't think that's cruelty to an inmate. I'm sure the smile on his face every night didn't
show a picture of her?
Yeah. Oh, you wait till you see it. Oh, you wait. Let me finish reading her charges. Why the hell she got so many goddamn charges? And one count of giving inmate a prohibited item, cell phone, without authorization. That's because she's crying. She's sad she got busted for being a creep, as they say.
But, okay. Let's get into it. So I take it she was giving him the phone to do his business to the video, apparently. But the biggest thing is she got busted because this is nothing new.
How is that cruelty, though?
What rights do the inmates have?
Please explain to me cruelty to the inmate. Why? How her sharing her naked body parts and probably doing all sorts of stuff is cruelty to him? I bet you he would testify the opposite. He would That was not cruelty to me, Judge. That was releasing to me, Judge.
Because, like, let's be honest.
Cruelty to an inmate.
Let's be honest.
And as a female.
Males, they go to jail for life without parole, that aren't married, that can't get conjugal visits. You are bending over somebody's man and busting it wide open. You're not going 20-something years, 30-something years.
But what if you are?
With just a hand job.
But what if you are?
Who?
I'm just saying, what if you are?
Who?
But look, here's what makes things even worse. This is what she said. And I'm paraphrasing just a little bit. But I swore before I saw this story on my laptop, I also had, like, scrolled past it. And if I'm not mistaken, she said she was going through some heartbreak. And he treated her, he manipulated her. She got manipulated.
Whatever. He was like, look, here's my opportunity to not have to deal with peaches.
Peaches and cream.
So peaches. I'm going to go head over here to Officer Jenkins. And yeah,
that's
Jinkies.
That's like Roscoe Jenkins.
Jinkies. That's what happened. But it's stereotypical because that's just like females. They go to jail and they're in there for life or whatever. And they become, sleeping with their roommate, all this stuff. But it's not frowned upon. But a male, soon as he try to get his needs off, oh, he's gay, he's doing this or whatever.
I feel like they left out something. It's got to be something deeper. The question is, did she actually have intimate intercourse with him? Or was it specifically them sharing videos between one another? Because I'm telling you something. If he ain't really sticking his shamalama ding dong in her, is it really worth her losing her job?
If she signed on her paperwork, yeah.
She tripping like hell.
She violated her oath.
Keep talking, but
so
see, they not telling us good enough.
No, that's what I was looking to see.
I would
however
love
she
to
added
know.
what? Scroll down. Because that's in a way. However she added such choice disturbing due to power imbalance between inmates and officers.
Okay, so they more concerned about inmates being able to manipulate.
Right. Because he will be able to get her to bring in contraband and other stuff.
Yeah.
Because she would have fell in love with him or whatever.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing. He was like, I'll be able to get her to do X, Y, and Z. Now she ain't got no job, so now he got to move to the next.
Now she ain't got no job, and now she about to be doing the same thing he doing. Soliciting, passing off phones, and sharing sexual...
Now she gonna need to find her a correction officer, a female. She about to be a cell.
I wonder where they put her in the same jail that she...
Unless she go and identify herself as a male.
But look, I'm sure she's crossed paths with all the correctional officers in Fulton County.
But she wouldn't be in Fulton County.
Where they gonna send it to? Gwinnett County? Gwinnett. You know, first 48 county.
They probably send it to another state.
Stat. They ain't gonna send it to another state because she ain't killed nobody. Ain't that wouldn't be federal? That'd be state.
But no, it's because of her.
That sucks. She ain't gonna never be able to get a job like that again.
Absolutely not.
Damn.
Absolutely not.
Sucks to be black.
So she gonna be at McDonald's or something.
I can't stand the rain.
You're irritating. Yeah, she'll never be able to be any kind of officer of the law, of the mall, of the nothing.
She ain't to be a security guard.
Nope.
No, remember we was watching National Security and he got fired for beating up Martin and he was able to become a security guard?
Who?
The white dude. Remember the white dude was swatting at him because it was a bee?
That was a movie. Things that happen in movies
are reality.
No.
Come on, The Simpsons predicted that Donald Trump would be president. Mm-hmm. All right, then. Exactly. Anything's possible if you believe.
And we're back. Okay. So y'all got Mr. Algorithm here, right? The editing king. Because he done got on in his bag with the editing, right?
I am hypocritical. I am definitely hypocritical. I ain't even
my man loves John Wick. Like, that's his ish. Loves it. So we're in the bed. We're watching it. And as it's coming on, he was like, babe, is this it? It's like super clear. Oh, man. So we watching it. We get to the point. He's like, nah. Then he was like, oh, yeah, that's it. He was like, oh, it's real. I said, shh, for you jinx it. So we watching. He's seeing stuff and he like, what? Man, nah. He was like, nah, that can't be. Like, that's poor editing. I'm like, what are you talking about? So we watching. He was like, this can't be no real John Wick until you see that. Oh, they go to hotel. So we're watching it. So the fight scenes come on and they're doing stuff and he like, normally if he watch a movie and he like it before he started doing the podcast and editing stuff, he'd be like, oh babe, look, yeah, oh, it had action. He was not amused at all. Like, not one bit. The stuff that they was doing,
the fighting scenes. Come on, Sonya. Stop it.
It was the fighting scenes, the hilarious part. He fighting one dude, boop, 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 boop.
They was moving slow as shit.
The other dude is like doing this and trying to get up. And then once he kicked the other dude up, he go from doing like this to now, oh shoot, I done got into a whole fighting mode. My man now goes from being like this up against the glass into a whole fighting stance. I'm like, really?
See?
Seriously.
Come on, dog.
But I will be the one that always talking trash about movies. He has critiqued like every movie that we've seen that has come out this year. He's found an issue.
Sonya, it ain't been that bad.
It hasn't, even to the shows.
It's been bad recently because I really do think the writers of some of our black shows are getting lazy. Like for instance, and this is a spoil. This is not really a spoil. I'm not telling you anything. But if you're watching Power Book, you're starting to see everything with Tariq that you were seeing with Ghost. They are recycling. They're recycling roles now. They're recycling scripts. And the acting isn't, like for instance, is that Method Man? Mm-hmm. You saw how he sung his response. I don't think you would do that. The fuck? Come on now, Sonya. Come on. You can see if I'm like tripping. The first episode, great. Man, that second episode was not that good, dog. Man, come on now. Then John
Even when it comes to Monet part, like how she was talking to dude or whatever, like she had them real live balls.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it was funny.
What threw me off with that, you got her. She is the submissive one in the first season. She comes back now. She loses her son. Now she's the aggressive one, and he is the submissive one.
She lost her child.
And then he go back and forth from being submissive and being aggressive. How does a man with so much criminal mindset, spoiler alert, now his son is bullying him? Make that make sense.
What else he gonna do? Die?
Man, he gonna go back to jail. I will beat the out of that little boy. That boy was supposed to get his butt whooped. Talking to his daddy like that. He was like,
he owned him.
He was like, yeah, I own you now.
Yeah.
You gonna sell these drugs.
Facts.
Nigga, please.
Facts.
Nigga, that boy ain't did one lick of time.
Sell these or die.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna die.
Yeah, because he was gonna tell Monet.
Why would Monet be the one to kill him?
Because she said if she found out who killed her son, she was gonna kill him. And they bought the dude that he paid to beat up the son.
Spoiler alert. But yeah. Just the reverse roles in this joint is crazy to me.
Man, my man has been a very harsh critic.
Harsh critic. I need to be I need to be the Rotten Tomatoes critic. Exactly. Speaking of from
But John
from
Wick, that was funny. My man, them doorbells. Hey, that was the most hilarious thing ever.
My man said that's how his blind ass was seeing things. Yeah. I fell asleep on that damn movie, so I tried to go watch.
That was good.
I tried to go watch a little bit of it while I was at work. But now, like, what's going on with your man Jeff Majors, man? From movie script to reality.
Beating ass in the movies. Beating ass in real life.
So I was talking to somebody.
But allegedly, people are saying he's always been that type of person.
He looked like it.
They said allegedly he's always been that type of person. And they tried to do so much stuff to try to get him out of like schools and different things because of his demeanor. But nobody took to it and stuck. So now that he done did this movies. But Creed is his biggest movie.
No, Creed ain't his biggest movie.
That just came out. What's his other movie?
The Marvel movies is his biggest movie. Ant-Man, he did, what else? What's the other joint?
I don't know. This is my first time knowing of him.
For real?
Yep.
Man, you got Jonathan Majors tripping.
Well.
Look at all the movies he done did. Jonathan Majors has been booming for a little bit. He had an amazing last year. Especially with this joint. Devotion was the shiznit. Shiznit.
Well.
Yeah, but now he in some shiznit. Arrested for alleged assault.
And he got a white girl, don't he?
That's not assault, because they said she was strangled. Ain't that abuse?
Jeez.
Hold on, let's open it up.
Who he there?
Jonathan Major has been arrested in New York City after allegedly assaulting a woman. The actors arrested was confirmed. You said police responded to a 911 call inside an apartment. An investigation determined that 33-year-old male was involved in a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old female who told police she was assaulted. The victim allegedly sustained minor injuries to her head and neck and was removed to an area hospital in stable condition. Major was reportedly arrested on charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment. He been taking too much of that testosterone. No, he been taking too many steroids. Cause they claim that's all working out, but I don't believe it.
Well,
they say them shots make you crazy.
Well,
make you crazy and make your little dick dull. Needle dick. All right, so man, the people's mayor.
What the what?
The people's mayor.
Okay.
Is about to put 342 more cameras in the city to catch you speeding.
This is why people avoid the city and they take Uber. They take ride shares.
But yeah, because if the ride share get the camera, the ticket, that's not on me.
Baby.
Man, listen, why do you need 342 more? And they said people are starting to believe this is a money grab.
It is.
And she said it's not. She said it's just to make the city more safer.
How's that making the city more safe by giving somebody a ticket? You know how many tickets I done had? That ain't go. A money grab. That's what it is. To make it more safe, you put them speed bumps on the streets and stuff like that. Don't nobody want to take their car, so I'm gonna slow down. But that's speed cameras and stuff city, like that, like that's why people have those films over their tags.
So she says she's adding 342 new automatic traffic enforcement cameras, and it will be placed in the district in the upcoming fiscal year.
But you got the money to place these cameras, but you can't pay people. You can't pay these police officers what they worth. You can't pay these teachers what they worth. Yeah. You can't pay to get a proper perm, but you gonna pay to put cameras.
The city said to have 140 cameras in place already. So you're gonna add close to what's that? That's almost 500 cameras. That's 482
in a 4-quadrant city. DC is not a state; it is a city divided into 4 quadrants. And you putting all these cameras, I guarantee you ain't putting all these cameras up Wisconsin Avenue and stuff, going towards Bethesda and all that part of the. I guarantee you putting them all down.
And I quote, this is her. This is what I believe. We don't really want to collect $1 from those cameras, she said. We want people to stop at a red light, stay out of bus lanes, don't run stop signs, stop driving reckless in our city, and that's what we want.
Okay. So you don't want the money, but you just want people to stop, do all this. So you know this ain't gonna work unless Virginia finally do their crackdown like they say they're gonna do. Because all these people gonna do is gonna get the tags in Virginia and not get no tags in DC.
But here's the thing. The total proposed budget for these cameras is $19.7 billion.
Babe, since you a plumber now, let me go be an electrician and stuff and go out there and put them cameras up for this house. Go put them cameras up.
And this is, let me tell you how they're going to break down that $19.7 billion, right? Here's how's the breakdown. Mm-hmm. Maintaining the 342 cameras will cost $7.4 million.
Okay. A year.
Yeah. New automated traffic cameras will add $3.7 million to support the DMV's increase in ticket processing and adjudication responsibilities.
But you don't even have people working at the DMV now, so who's about to be monitored?
$258 million to redesign dangerous roadways and improve traffic safety.
So what about these potholes that's tearing up people's tires and front ends and stuff? But you got money to keep putting these cameras.
$19 million a year to deploy temporary and permanent traffic calming measures, including $3.6 million a year to improve around schools and $5 million to create TSI 2.0 program geared towards more adequate TSI approach, whatever TSI is.
That's the traffic signal.
It got me bent.
Because you know, with the traffic lights and stuff,
and guess who paying for all that?
When you get
the taxpayers.
When you get to the line, it's supposed to trigger so that the countdown for how long the lights run, somebody's supposed to be monitoring that. If you don't get close enough to the light for them to register it, then the light doesn't change like it's supposed to. But still, all in all, you're petitioning for all of this. Is it going to stop the people from speeding? You're still going to have people speeding. You're still going to have things happening. How about you go sit your ass out there with a stop sign and monitor some of this stuff? Because that money could be allocated and used for more things. You don't need that much money for that. Like, where are you putting all of these? Like, I'm trying to figure out, because you already tried it when on, what is that, South Dakota Avenue, when you coming up the hill, past, what's that, South Dakota and, what's the daggone street?
I know what
you're Providence
talking about.
Area.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
You had
about.
a camera going up the hill. Then when you cross down and got by, what's that? The school Banneker, whatever it is, a camera right there behind a tree. Yeah. Like you double dipping a block over. Like, come on now.
It ain't even that she double dipping. If this plan is designed to make the city safer, you need to do a better job of alerting people to the fact that these cameras exist in these spaces and stop dropping these cameras just in random spots. And then folks getting a $200 ticket saying they were only going 11 miles over the speed limit. If that's the case and you're not trying to like rob us blind, you need to also increase the limit that you can go over the speed limit.
Yeah, like 25 over.
Or 15.
You gotta tell her, move it. Get out the way.
I wonder how many tickets she got.
None.
Or I want to know if Bezos paid all his tickets he got from having uptown when he was.
No, because they get everything. What they call.
I wonder, does his car get
abolished
when he don't pay his parking tickets?
Forgiven. They're forgiving all of their shenanigans.
But you got to do a better job, because you know how many times I done rolled up in the area and I didn't catch wind that a camera was there until the last second or the last minute, there was no prompt to tell me that camera was there.
But no,
like South Capitol,
they have to do a better job.
That one that's sitting up in the sky on the pole. You don't notice these new cameras now that they got sitting up in the air. You miss them.
But you're supposed to have a sign to let people know that it's a camera.
I knew someone who worked for the DC government that told me that you can contest these tickets because simply
they're supposed to tell you that it's a camera somewhere.
Yeah, you supposed to know that a camera is there, and they're supposed to be the little speed bump thingies to let you know that a camera is coming up,
so that you can slow down.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, why DC is only a 4 quadrant, it's so small. They need to do a better job with traffic allocation for these dump trucks and stuff. They should not be able to drive through the district because you tearing up the streets and you putting up cameras that are fixing the daggone streets. Then on top of that, you have these the traffic, the ticket people, meter maids that come out whenever they decide they want to come out and do their job.
They make angry tickets.
Oh yeah, especially now that they work around the clock.
I know one for a fact because she got me twice. She be hating that she be having to walk so far to give tickets that she give petty tickets. Petty tickets because she had to walk.
But you knew back in the day, the thing that you did was watch out for them because they would tag your tire if you was somewhere for too long and then lined up. Yeah, they would tag. If you're in a 2-hour parking lot, like parking thing, they will tag your tire or tag the curb area where your tire is to say that you have been sitting there. So that's a reason why they can give you another ticket when you can just get in your car and scoot that mug up away from there. But yeah, DC be trying it. I'm telling you, they will give you the world if you need assistance and help with a lot of stuff, but they gonna take it all back if you a taxpayer, baby. They gonna get their money by any means necessary.
Yeah, that's why
she took the taxpayer dollars to put that Black Lives Matter in front of the White House.
But no, that ain't what I'm about to say. That's why things
still ain't matter.
That's why things are so affordable in the city. I love the city. I'm not even gonna tell you.
What's affordable in the city?
I'm not. DC has a lot of benefits that benefit people from as far as health care.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I'm saying. They got some of the best health care plans and some of the the things that really help you. But boy,
housing, different stuff like that. They will give you a whole lot of stuff.
For a state that ain't a state. They sure find ways to tax you.
It's a city.
I mean, for a city that's not a state, they sure find a way to tax you.
Yeah.
They will tax your behind. They gonna get theirs.
But that's why a lot of people.
Now, so they get me. Don't laugh at me. This shit ain't funny.
I'm bad on the payment plan for his tickets.
Goddamn tickets, man. And she get ready to try to put fucking 10 more. I mean, 100 more, 200-300 more.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna need for you.
That's why I'm going back to cruising. When I'm in the city, I swear to God, I've been real conscious lately. I am not trying to get another ticket. Because what they don't understand is what what the DC what DC fail to realize is every time they give me a ticket, not only do it cost me, not only do it I have to pay you, I also got to pay the insurance company because they are keeping track of how many tickets I'm getting, and that decides whether your insurance is gonna go up or go down. Mm-hmm. So everyone's getting rich while we getting poor.
Good thing I don't work in DC no more.
All right, man. The Federal Trade Commission wants to make canceling subscriptions just as easy as signing up for a subscription. You ever went to go try to cancel a subscription and they tell you you got to send them a letter why you got to cancel it?
Or you got to call this number and you can't never talk to nobody.
Or
representative.
They tell you that you may sign up for a subscription. Shut up.
That's what you be doing.
I can't hear you. Or I can't hear myself. It's like, nah. Or
he's salty.
Or they make you you can sign up for a subscription in 2 seconds, but it take you 1 hour to cancel it. Or how about you sign up for the subscription in your app, and then you try to go back in your app and cancel it, and they say, no, you got to contact the provider of the app to cancel the subscription. Then you contact the provider of the app to cancel the subscription, and the provider of the app that you contacted hangs up on you.
And you got to keep saying representative. Can you say that again? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Push 1 for, push 2 for. And then you get a representative. He says, hello, my name is How can I get you be like,
motherfuckers in Afghanistan. So the proposed rule change announced Thursday would apply to vast swaths of the U.S. economy, covering both digital and physical subscriptions. Products subject to this new rule will include gym memberships. Stop. When you cancel your gym membership at Planet Fitness, you can't just go into that membership and say, I want to cancel it. They want you to send them a detailed letter telling them why you want to cancel your subscription.
Because I want to stay fat.
Gym memberships, digital streaming, e-coms, cable TV services, traditional print and media, and more. Back in the day, if you wanted to cancel your internet or your phone, or your cable service, you just stopped paying. That's the easiest way to do it.
Do they not know you still have people who are not tech savvy? And that's how they get them. That's how they get them, because they know older people aren't tech savvy and they're not going to be able to cancel it the way they want to, so they stuck with them. They think they slick. You going to get my granny her $5.99, $8.99, and $10.99 back. And that's just like these subscriptions. Like Fenty. You be trying to get me. I got to keep remembering to skip my months. But there's some stuff on there I need now. So.
The FTC regulation could hit some of America's biggest retailers and online platforms and a huge range of smaller businesses. It would affect millions of consumers in virtually every aspect of their lives, as subscription-based goods and services have become commonplace in industry and varied in music distribution, video gaming, and pet care. So everything we use, from your apps to cell phone plans to like Netflix and all these other things.
It should just be a click.
Yeah, you just push one button. You should be able to click it on and click it off.
Okay.
I really believe that. If you can't do it, it sucks.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Exactly. It ain't gonna be that easy.
No, it won't. No, they're gonna find a way behind that. They're gonna find a way around it. New MTMJ Podcast.